Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for the time given to me. My name is Sani Sahara. I'm from Universitas Sebelas Maret, Indonesia, and I would like to present our research in the International Conference of Mathematics and Mathematics Education, I-CMME 2021. The title is Application of Newman Error Analysis Theory Related to Mathematical Literacy Problems, a case study of secondary students in class 11. So let me start from the introduction. In this disruptive era, literacy becomes a concern of many countries. Among the existing literacies, mathematical literacy is one of the skills that should be possessed by students because this literacy can lead individual to recognize the role of mathematics in life and make a good analysis and decision making required by a constructive and reflective population. The education system in Indonesia is trying to integrate mathematics literacy into its curriculum, which is namely Curriculum 2013. The curriculum content standards which expect students not only to have the ability to use algorithm and formulas in solving problems, but also to involve reasoning and analysis in solving daily problems. Meanwhile, some current studies show that the mathematical literacy of Indonesian students is still low. It is according with the results of the Programming for International Students Assignment or PISA. In 2018, which showed that the mathematical literacy of Indonesian students was below the average of participating country, which is Indonesia has ranked 74th out of 79 in PISA. This unsuitability between the results and the goals can be caused by many factors. So we go to the next, that is the NEA or Newman's error analysis. The Newman theory of error analysis can be used to find out students' error in solving mathematical problems. NEA is designed and simplified to find out the error in solving mathematical word problems. When child solve mathematical word problems, he or she has to work in through 5 basic steps, namely reading, comprehension, transformation, process skills, and the last is encoding. Many researchers have used and applied Newman's theory, and it has proven effective in finding out students' error in solving mathematical problems. The issue of low level of mathematical literacy in Indonesia should be studied and addressed immediately to meet the demands of 21st century era later. Without this issue, the many cases of low mathematical literacy, the detection of students' error in solving mathematical literacy problems needs to be done as soon as possible because the results of this detection are crucial to determining the next steps. Therefore, this present study is important to be done immediately. So, the study aims to describe the contextual analysis of students' mathematical literacy based on Newman theory of error analysis or NEA. Next, this research method, This research used qualitative study as a case design. The qualitative study intends to understand the phenomena experienced by the subject, covering the behavior, perceptions, motivations, actions, and the case study design is commonly used for qualitative research. This design emphasizes the depth of understanding of the problem. In summary, the qualitative case study is a series of scientific activities carried out intensively in detail and in depth about a program, event, and activity either at the individual, group, institutions, or organization level to gain in-depth knowledge about the event. The study analyzed the types of error made by students in solving mathematical literacy question. Talking about mathematical literacy question, so this is the research instrument and data collection techniques. The researcher act as the main instrument and used a mathematical literacy test with the problem of eagle hunting rate, which can be shown in this figure. The question were adjusted to the content of PISA's mathematical literacy question. PISA's mathematical literacy cover 3 aspects. Next, we go to the research instrument and data collection techniques. The first, the instrument of mathematical literacy tests have been validated by experts in the field of mathematics and mathematics education. And the data were collected using the think-aloud technique. The researcher observed directly when the subject was working on mathematical literacy question. Think-aloud is one of the methods of collecting data. Through the result of pronouncing everything that is taught by the research subject related to the test or problem that is done during the work. The next is research subject. The research subject was students of grade 11 in one of the best private schools in Surakarta City in Indonesia. The subject was selected using snowball sampling from groups of male and female students. Snowball sampling is a sampling technique in which the sample is obtained through a rolling process from one respondent to another. And then the study involved 30 students as subjects from the snowball sampling. Next is data analysis technique and data validity. The data analysis was started by summarizing all sources. The think-aloud results, which are still random, then studied and analyzed. If there are some important data that has not been entered, then it was prepared from the data collection, data checking, and so on. This was simultaneous process from one step to another step of data collection. Great. Then the step to analyze were data reduction, display data, and drawing conclusions. The validity of the data used triangulation process by comparing the results of the analysis between subjects. The triangulation results were then analyzed to check students' error in solving mathematical literacy problems based on the NEA theory. In this present study, the data were analyzed through data reduction and data presentation. Next is the result and discussion. The study found that there were no male students who made reading errors, but 5% of them made comprehension error, 41.7% transformation errors, and 83.3% process skill errors. And for sure, there are 91.7% of male students experience encoding errors. On the other side, 5.6% of female students made reading error, 16.7% comprehension error, 33.3% transformation error, 77.8% process skill errors, and 94.4% of female students made encoding errors. So the detailed results of each type of error were described based on the gender, or male and female. The first description is the description of male student errors. You can see in this picture there are three type of error. There is comprehension error. Two type of error. There are comprehension error and transformation error. The study involved 12 male students as subject. No male subject made reading error. They all read the question clearly and fluently. The first picture, or L1, gives a different color to the sloping line in the triangle that is drawn. The next is L2 and L3. Assume that the angle of 60 degrees is the magnitude of the angle in front of alpha and beta. Both student L4 and L5 had difficulty in determining the lengths of the sides of the triangle. So they both experienced the comprehension error and transformation error. Still in the male student error, the next is the process skill error and encoding error. We found a total of 10 students made the process skill errors. It means that there is 83.3% of male students make process skill error. 3 of them experience error in applying the Pythagorean theorem. And the third picture, or the last type of error, is encoding error, in which 10 students who made the previous type of error also made this type of error in the form of making wrong conclusions. Still from the result, and then we go to the female students. We got the female student errors. There are two types on this topic. The first is reading error and the comprehension errors. The answer set of the first student, or R1, from the first classification shows that R1 or 1 can only identify a small part of the information from the diagram. But R1 made a mistake while trying to solve the problem using routine procedures. So R1 is classified into level 1. So the overall results, total of 30 students, there are 5% of female students make reading error. Then 25% of male students and 16.7% of female students make comprehension errors. Transformation error were experienced by 45% of male students and 33.3% of female students. 83.3% of male students and 77.8% of female students experience process skill errors. And the last type of error, or encoding error, is experienced by 91.7% male students and 95.5% of female students. The next is finally, the conclusion refers to Newman previous error analysis. It can be concluded that both male and female students make errors in solving math problem at all stages of the Newman error procedure, or NEA. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for the attention, and please be willing to fill the comment in the column below. Thank you.